What's up, YouTube fam? It's Facts Molly with today's video, man. Hey, man, we got special guests on the channel.
How y'all doing?
Don't mind the bed back there, but we got special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, my name is James Wilson. I'm Jamal's big brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be here. Glad to meet y'all. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But today we're going to be reacting to disturbing trail cam footage you won't believe. You feel me? 2023. But no further ado, man, let's get into this.
As well as images that you won't believe exist. A man caught being possessed by something, a ghost spirit or a sleepwalking girl. A road that has been associated with many tragedies, and camera footage of a man right before getting abducted by aliens. We start today's video with something that you don't see every day as far as trail cam footage is concerned, even by our standards. This trail cam did not capture wildlife or strange creatures like we're used to showing you. Instead, it captured what likes to be an ordinary man with strange behavior. Not the good kind of strange behavior, but the very, very disturbing kind. In the captures, you see the man entering the frame, dropping to his knees and holding his head as though he were in pain or anguish. After a few minutes, he calmly gets up and walks away. We've no idea of knowing what went on, but in our experience with these trail cam videos, there are two possibilities. The first is that the man was suddenly possessed by a spirit in the forest. I know it may sound far-fetched, but if you've watched our videos long enough, you should know it isn't. The second possibility would be he had a psychotic breakdown, recovered, and walked away. I, however, do not believe this is the case. There might be
Because I do not believe that. I do not believe that. Either he can, hopefully it's not echoing while the video is going. That would be crazy if it echoes. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not echoing. But basically, I believe it's a skinwalker. I don't think an alien got a hold of him or a spirit. I think a skinwalker.
Skinwalker.
Yeah.
I just feel like my boy might have had too much shrooms, man. He might have got lost off the trail. And now look at him.
Yeah.
He out there tripping booty cheeks.
Yeah. That could be a possibility.
I mean, but it could be a skinwalker too, because I don't know no right person gonna be out there. What time in the morning?
Besides white people.
Them two. You know, he don't look like a brother. So
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
something ominous going on in that forest. What do you think? If you've watched horror movies, you know little girls with teddy bears in a dark forest are never good news. This is certainly what the man whose trail camera captured this footage thought. If you look closely, you see a little girl holding a teddy bear and staring at the camera. If this does not send chills down your spine, I don't know what would. The man whose trail camera captured this tried to convince himself that it was only a little girl who had wandered from a campsite. There was, however, one problem. There were no campsites nearby. If there were, he would have noticed. The only other explanation was not a pleasant one that he wanted to think about, but it was the only plausible one. If what he was seeing was not a real girl, then it was likely a spirit, either one who had taken the form of a girl or the actual spirit of a girl who had died or been murdered in the woods. He couldn't say for sure which it was, but he knew it was best that he avoided that part of the forest at night. Next, we have the Gray Lady. It was supposed to be a walk just like any other night, a night out enjoying each other's company and basking in the moonlight with their dogs in tow. At least.
What you mean?
sometimes, bro, they be trying to make it seem like something there, but nothing ain't really there.
That is true.
I be seeing videos, they be like, you see that thing right there? I'm like, where's it at? I mean, I go put my glasses on for you, but that's crazy.
Yeah, they do be reaching a lot of times. They really do. But sometimes it could be true.
Sometimes be right.
Sometimes it could be true. What's your motive?
At least that's what they thought. But little did they know that their night out at Clumber Park in Nottinghamshire, England was not going to be as blissful as they had envisioned. As Hannah and David Rowett were on their walk, they felt an uneasy and unexplainable presence. The path looked cold and lonely, but had never been a problem before. The couple noticed a translucent image of an unknown being passing by them, suddenly and quickly. This naturally made them defensive, and they looked around to make sure they were not imagining things. Lo and behold, they were not. There was a ghost-like creature stalking them. They panicked and were both afraid. One of the two, we're not sure who, took out a phone to record, hoping to catch a glimpse of whatever was scaring them as proof of their ordeal.
It does kind of look like a race, though.
It's like somebody then trying to sprint across the road and they got caught by the light.
That is true. That is true.
First of all, it's too dark for me to be on that trail in the first place.
Yeah, but you know, with the stoners, people that smoke weed go out on dark trails like that.
Well, I'm a stoner, but I don't be out there doing stuff out there at night like that.
You sure, Jay?
I don't be out there in the woods.
He's lying.
That's out my territory.
Let a little white, not a little white girl, but let a white woman be out there.
Trying to set me up, huh?
Let a white woman be out there, and James be out there.
Nah, bro. He bugging.
No.
Assuming they made it out alive. I mean, I'm grateful they did get the footage and everything, but if it was me and my wife, well, we would have been long gone. What have they just seen? Well, there's a legend that Clumber Park is haunted by a spirit called the Grey Lady. She was supposed to be a woman in a long coat that often crawled on her limbs and had a ghostly or translucent appearance like we see in the footage. But had they met the Grey Lady, they believed that they had. Fortunately for them, they were not cursed and neither did they die. Next, we have a real zombie road. Ever wondered if the locations where ghosts and zombies roam are actually real? Have you ever scoffed at people who've shared some of these encounters and thought they were unreasonable? Well, if you lived in the urban sprawl of St. Louis, you would not think that. There are reports of ghost zombies and demonic entities sprawling out of nowhere on the Lawlorford Road, which has been nicknamed the Zombie Road. This was in a remote area of the urban sprawl of St. Louis. Ancient Native Americans had in the past used the path for their foot travels as it went through the bluffs to the Merrimack River. How then did a path with such history become shrouded in legends and mystery? Well, no one truly knows. What we do know is that the road has been associated with many tragedies. The first on the long list of tragedies goes as far back as 1876, when Della Hamilton was struck and killed by a train. Beyond that, there's a legend of a mental patient named Zombie who escaped his mental facility in the same area, never to be seen again. This was at least the case until the gown he wore when he escaped was found soaked in blood on that particular road with no trace of him. Many believe the road was then named after him. What killed him? No one knows. But one thing is for certain, many people have died and been killed there since. 2 teens were struck and killed by an oncoming train in that same location. It was not the first, and neither was it the last. One time, a couple was on the bluffs overlooking the zombie road below. A second later, the young man slipped and fell. His face was caught in a fork of a tree growing from the side of the road, decapitating him whilst his headless body fell to the ground. If he was the only one, we could have...
Nah. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. That damn ghost is tripping up niggas.
Bro, listen. First of all, any road that looked like that,
It shouldn't be
I
open.
will not drive on it. I will turn around and go the opposite way. I guess I'm gonna be doing a 20-minute ride back to the city to find the proper way to get there.
God, no count, God. No count.
considered it a freak accident, but no, there were countless others as well. Aside from those who were killed there, bodies have been washed ashore by the dangerous waters that surround the place. Simply put, the whole area is saturated in death and the blood of innocents, people who died by accident and those who were murdered. If you were to go there today without a strong resolve or spirit, you're likely to commit suicide without understanding why, especially if you go there alone. Many have gone there doubting these claims and seeking to disprove them only to experience the same things and be scared away. Our contact who sent the story went there seeking to do the same and sent reports of having seen human-sized shadow figures descending upon her and the individuals she went with. These shadows will then run onto the road, then disappear into the darkness of the night. This scared them, but they managed to stay the night, which they soon realized was a mistake. They heard weird voices and screams and sounds they could not explain. Whatever you do, do not go there, and if you must, do not go alone. there's no telling what could happen to you.
Why would we go along?
Our final video for today is something we've never before had the opportunity to discuss: an alien abduction. Philip Spencer was your average big city policeman who'd moved to a smaller town for a peaceful family life. He had some time off, so he took his chance to explore the area. Now, mind you, this was as far back as the 80s. This meant no Google Maps, satellite, or anything that could make the adventure easy. He was highly excited about what he could find, but nothing could have prepared him for what was going to happen. While on his adventure, he was suddenly surrounded by cold and the damp Yorkshire fog. He might have thought it was a normal fog if the fog didn't seem like it was alive and following him. Startled, he brought out his camera to take a picture of the strange phenomenon. Once his flash went off, he saw something he couldn't explain. Before him stood a strange form.
ET's in here.
Like Dobby from Lord of the Rings.
Who is that?
I mean, Harry Potter. My bad. No disrespect, Harry Potter fans out there. But you know that little goblin. I don't know what he is. Well, I think it's a goblin.
All Lord of the Rings?
No, Harry Potter. I kept trying to watch him, bro. I kept falling asleep. I was like getting an hour and 30 minutes in. I'm just out. Old man style.
Sound like Star Wars. I always fall asleep on Star Wars, and I always got in trouble for it.
The old Star Wars is good, but the new one
It's ass.
is garbo.
It's ass. Especially the one with his sister, with the girl. That shit was.
Oh, you talking about Rey?
Yeah, that shit
Ray.
was corny as hell.
Rey is a trash character. She not even a Skywalker. She a Palpatine. How you gonna get the name Skywalker? It's trash.
Because they got a lightsaber, James.
Well,
And
just
they
'cause
have
you
the
got-
Force.
Just because you got lightsaber in the Force doesn't mean you're a Skywalker. There are other Jedis who have the lightsaber in the Force.
Yeah, that
and
doesn't
they're
make sense because
Jedis.
Luke Skywalker
Not Skywalkers.
and Skywalker is Luke. Luke last name is Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
So how she connected with them if she not even related?
She
to
not supposed to be connected.
them?
like, bro,
them
She
niggas-
adopted the name. Cause she feels like she wants to be a Skywalker. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like I want.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's why I don't watch Star Wars.
A legged creature. Was it an alien? No, it couldn't be. Such things don't exist in the real world. At least, that's what he thought. Mind you, it was 1987. Whatever it was, the flash startled it, and it quickly went out of his sight. No sooner had it disappeared, he looked up.
What can be in the 1987, bro?
Huh?
Like that can just be CGI, bro.
Not no 1987. You saw how grainy this is.
Anybody can make a picture like that, grainy, bro.
They could.
So I'm like,
But what kind of resolution camera they gonna have that's like that? I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they do got old time cameras still.
That's
Well, a lot of
true.
people
That's
do,
true.
but
That picture
Up
like
and
it.
saw
yeah.
two saucers that disappeared as quickly as he saw them. They moved skyward with humming sounds. In shock, he hurried to his in-laws' residence but noticed a lot of things were wrong. His compass was now pointing south instead of north, and the time was indicating 10 o'clock a.m. instead of 8:15 a.m. He quickly had the film developed, and what he saw shocked him. It was an image of what appeared to be a 4-foot creature with long arms and bluish-green skin, just like he thought he'd seen. You should be seeing the images right now. If you're thinking these are doctored, we don't blame you because we thought the same, but we quickly found out they'd been reviewed by Kodak Laboratories.
Like and subscribe, and see y'all on the next one, man. You know, my brother's on. If y'all want to see more of him, pause. Let me know down in the comments. See y'all later, man. Peace.